Political unrest, rising tariffs, and the importance of supply chain resilience have forced companies to rethink their supply chain. And without a clear manufacturing strategy, you can be hit with increased prices and disruptions in your supply chain. In this video, we'll break down the reasons why companies look to migrate their supply chain and the 4 actionable steps you can take today. By the end of this video, you should have a better understanding of how to change suppliers to build a supply chain that's ready for the future. First, let's look at why companies are looking to migrate their supply chain. There can be a number of reasons, such as poor quality, the company's outgrowing their supplier, the supplier can't offer engineering support, and really a lot more. Recently, though, companies have started to look into backup suppliers or alternative suppliers closer than ever. The reason for this is improved resilience and agility. With the political tension, recent tariffs, and additional proposed increase in tariffs, it's clear that companies need to think about their supply chain strategy. And for some, this means moving to a new supplier. Even if you're not ready to migrate your supply chain today, planning for an alternative supplier is really the right move. At least you have them in your back pocket just in case if you have to move to them. The first step is to plan for the process. Supply chain migration is not something to dive into unprepared. You need to understand the costs that can come up due to changing suppliers. These costs can include setup fees, custom duties, and taxes, just to name a few. Planning for the transition is also an important step. You should have a roadmap that includes some important milestones, such as prototype, RFQ, tooling, and the pilot run. Migration takes time, and rushing it can lead to costly mistakes. So make sure you're doing this thoroughly and step by step. The second step is to evaluate new suppliers. Choosing the wrong supplier can take you down a pretty dark path that can lead to inconsistent quality, lack of transparency, production delays, and much more. Look for suppliers who can align with your quality standards, capacity needs, and ethical practices. Don't forget to go out there and meet them as well. You can learn so much more with a visit than you can on a video call. While visiting them, inspect their manufacturing facilities, quality practices, and the overall employee satisfaction. There is more of a lengthy blog that can be found in the description below that dives deeper into the steps of evaluating suppliers, so check that out if you want. The third step is to transition operations. Transitioning suppliers is not done in one step, it's the phased approach. Usually you start with a pilot run to ensure the supplier can produce a small number of units without quality issues. After the supplier has a successful pilot run, you can gradually scale up operations with them and potentially decrease the volume of your previous supplier. From here, you can choose to keep both suppliers running at the same level or move to a greater volume to one specific supplier. This really depends on you. The last step is to monitor the migration process. Just because the supplier might have had a successful product launch does not mean it's going to be sustained at a high level. Monitoring their performance is important and it helps you to make informed decisions on future POs. Use KPIs like lead times, cost efficiency, and quality to measure how well your new supply chain is functioning. Migrating a supply chain is a big undertaking, but with careful planning, thorough evaluation, and continuous monitoring, it's a move that reduces risk and gives you a competitive advantage. I hope you guys have a better understanding of how to migrate your supply chain. If you have found this helpful, then please like it, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Also, if any of you guys do have questions, just comment below and I'll be sure to get back to you. Thank you everyone very much for watching.